Hey everyone! Want to save $1,000 this month without feeling like you're cutting out everything fun? You know, saving money doesn't have to mean living on rice and beans and never leaving the house. It's all about making smarter choices with your money. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 easy and practical ways to save money, starting today. These are the exact methods I used to save my first $100,000, and they still work today. We're talking about simple changes that can make a huge difference in your bank account. We'll explore how to track your spending without obsessing over every penny, find hidden cash leaks you didn't even know you had, and make the most of what you already own. Trust me, these tips are so easy, you'll wonder why you haven't been doing them all along. If you're ready to get a little extra cash in your pocket, let's dive right in. The first step to saving $1,000 this month might sound a little obvious, but trust me, it's crucial. You need to know where your money is going. Think of it like this. You wouldn't drive a car with your eyes closed, right? Managing your money is the same idea. You need to see where you're going financially. For the next week, I challenge you to track every single purchase you make, big or small. And when I say everything, I mean everything. That $5 latte, that $20 online purchase that seemed too good to pass up, even that pack of gum, write it all down. You can use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or better yet, a budgeting app like Mint or You Need a Budget, YNAB. These apps do a lot of the heavy lifting for you by automatically categorizing your spending. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, tracking expenses sounds tedious. And yeah, maybe it is a little at first, but trust me, it's an eye-opening experience. You'd be surprised how those small, seemingly insignificant daily expenses can drain your bank account over time. Think about it. That daily $5 coffee adds up to $150 a month. That's almost 2 months of a Netflix subscription, a tank of gas, or even a nice dinner out, all gone with the steam from your morning coffee. By tracking your spending, you'll quickly identify areas where you can cut back without feeling deprived. Maybe you'll realize you're spending way too much on takeout coffee when you could easily make it at home, or maybe you'll notice that you're signed up for a bunch of subscription services you don't even use anymore. The point is, you can't fix what you don't know is broken. Tracking your spending gives you the financial awareness to make informed decisions about your money. It's like shining a spotlight on your finances and finally seeing where all those hard-earned dollars are really going. And once you have that knowledge, you can start making changes that will have a real impact on your savings. Okay, now that you've got a handle on where your money's going, it's time for tip number 2, cutting subscriptions and unnecessary expenses. This is where we trim the fat and start finding some serious savings. Let's be honest, we live in a world of subscription overload. Streaming services, music apps, gym memberships, subscription boxes for everything under the sun. It's easy to get caught up in the convenience and end up with a bunch of recurring charges you don't even use. So, here's what I want you to do. Grab your latest bank statement or open up your budgeting app and take a good, hard look at all your subscriptions. Ask yourself these questions. How many streaming services do you actually use regularly? Do you really need both Spotify and Apple Music? And be honest with yourself about that gym membership. Are you actually going, or is it just another monthly payment draining your account? Don't be afraid to be ruthless here. Remember, you can always resubscribe later if you really miss something. But for now, focus on cutting back on anything that isn't essential. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Now let's talk about those other sneaky expenses that can really add up. Things like daily takeout coffees, eating out for lunch every day, or those impulse purchases at the checkout counter. These might seem small on their own, but they can easily add up to hundreds of dollars over the course of a month. Here are a few quick and easy swaps to try. Instead of buying lunch every day, try packing your own a few times a week. It's cheaper and healthier. And that daily coffee habit? Consider investing in a good quality coffee maker and make your own at home. You'll be amazed at how much money you save. The key here is to be mindful of your spending and make conscious choices about where your money is going. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. Chapter 3. Meal prep, your secret weapon to save big. Let's talk about food, because, let's be honest, it's one of the biggest areas where people overspend without even realizing it. Think about it. Those daily takeout coffees, the convenience store snacks, those last-minute takeout dinners when you're too tired to cook, they all add up. That's why my third tip is all about meal prepping, and no, I'm not talking about becoming a gourmet chef or spending your entire Sunday in the kitchen. Meal prepping is simply about planning your meals in advance and cooking at home more often. Here's how it works. Once a week, dedicate a couple of hours to planning out your meals for the week ahead. Then, hit the grocery store with a list and stick to it. Buying in bulk is your best friend here. It's often cheaper per unit, and you'll have everything you need on hand. Now, for the actual cooking part. You don't have to go crazy and make elaborate meals. Start simple. Think big batches of things like soups, stews, or casseroles that you can portion out for lunches or dinners throughout the week. Roast a bunch of veggies at the beginning of the week to have on hand for quick and easy sides. Even just prepping your breakfast and lunch the night before can save you time and money in the long run. Not only will meal prepping save you a ton of money on eating out, but it's also a great way to eat healthier. You have complete control over the ingredients, so you can make sure you're fueling your body with nutritious, home-cooked meals. Trust me, once you get into the habit of meal prepping, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's a game changer for your wallet and your waistline. Chapter 4. Turn clutter into cash, the power of selling. Now let's talk about making some extra cash, while also decluttering your life. Tip number 4 is all about selling those unused items that are just gathering dust around your house. You know what I'm talking about? The clothes you haven't worn in years, the old electronics stashed away in drawers, maybe even some furniture you've been meaning to get rid of. One person's trash is another person's treasure, and you might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. Take a weekend and do a deep clean of your closet, garage, attic, anywhere you might be storing things you no longer use. Be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in the past year, it's probably time to let it go. Once you've gathered everything, it's time to turn that clutter into cash. Platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and OfferUp are your new best friends. They make it incredibly easy to list your items and connect with potential buyers in your local area. Here's a pro tip. Take high-quality photos of your items and write clear, detailed descriptions. This will make them more appealing to potential buyers and increase your chances of a sale. And don't be afraid to negotiate. Remember, every dollar you make is going straight into your savings. You'd be surprised how much money you can make by selling things you no longer use. It's a win-win. You declutter your space and pad your bank account at the same time. Chapter 5. Resist the urge. Mastering the art of avoiding impulse purchases. Alright, we've arrived at our final tip, and it's a big one: avoiding impulse purchases. This is the one that trips a lot of people up, but trust me, it's a game changer when it comes to saving money. We live in a world of instant gratification, where we're constantly bombarded with ads and temptations to buy. But before you whip out your credit card for that shiny new gadget or that cute top you absolutely need, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret: you probably don't need it. Here's my challenge to you. Before you make any non-essential purchase, give yourself a 24-hour waiting period. This gives you time to really think about whether you need that item, or if it's just a fleeting desire fueled by a sale or a moment of weakness. During that 24 hours, ask yourself these questions. Do I already own something similar? Where will this item fit into my life? Am I buying it because I genuinely need it? Or am I just trying to fill a void or give in to temptation? You'll be amazed at how often you decide against buying things after giving it some thought. That 24-hour rule is like a superpower against impulse purchases. And here's another trick. If you're shopping online and you see something you want, add it to your cart, but don't check out right away. Often, just the act of putting it in your cart can satisfy that initial urge to buy, and you'll realize later that you didn't really need it after all. Mastering the art of avoiding impulse purchases takes practice, but it's one of the most effective ways to save money in the long run. Outro: start saving today. And there you have it, 5 easy ways to save $1,000 this month. By tracking your spending, cutting subscriptions, meal prepping, selling what you don't need, and avoiding impulse buys, you'll be surprised how fast the savings add up. Remember, saving money isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making smarter choices with your money so you can achieve your financial goals and live a richer life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more money-saving tips, and leave a comment below with your favorite saving hacks. Let's support each other on this journey to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and happy saving!